Welcome back to the Scrum, January 20th. How we doing?
Doing all right, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a Wednesday.
It's a Wednesday. We got
Wednesday, man.
well, not just any Wednesday. We got a new president.
We do have a
Operation
new
Day,
president.
son.
So that should impact you effective immediately.
It's facts. I
You know?
mean, the world's already better, right? Isn't that how it works? Like all the problems are fixed.
That's what I was told.
That's the timeline is acting as if
I'm sleeping
everything
better.
everything's okay now.
Everything's okay now. Yeah, I know. So Mr. Biden, Joe Biden,
President Biden.
President
Biden,
Biden inaugurated
Vice
today,
President Kamala Harris.
and Vice President Kamala Harris. Is she the first female vice president?
She sure is.
Yep.
First female and first African American vice president.
Yep. And first, it's some sort of East Asian. I forget exactly what.
Is that her other background? There you go. Shouts out. Shouts out to all that.
Dude.
That's I mean, that's pretty cool.
The Senate majority switched with all the new senators got sworn in today. So
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if anything is going to change, there's really no excuse.
I don't know
right
what
now,
fucking
you know
type
what I mean?
of orders he was signing already. I'm assuming a lot of it had to do with fucking sort of, protective orders for fucking COVID and shit like that, and people staying home or whatever the fuck. But also, like, student loans are going to get deferred again.
That's good.
I think that was gonna
He
happen
didn't
anyway.
He didn't just get rid of them like
Yeah.
they were, like everyone was saying.
Yeah.
Like Joe Biden could in his first
Cut
30
to that
days.
shot of Bernie.
But I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty sure motherfuckers were already getting. I know I did. Started getting emails like, "Hey, your shit's about to start debting again."
Yeah.
But I think
Yeah, I mean,
they're-
I was probably getting those emails. I wasn't looking at those emails, dude. Those
I just happened
emails
to
aren't
see it.
real right now. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. It's a pandemic. You can't take my money like hospital bills.
Exactly. dude. If I never
pay
go
those.
back.
Say when I pay him.
Yeah, it's never pay.
You break my legs again?
So yeah, well, here's to 4 years of that. We'll see how that goes.
And then
I bet you in 4 years we'll, obviously I would imagine it won't be as bad in terms of the whole country turning on the president, but and rightfully so in Trump's case. But we're not going to be happy.
No. We're gonna have that wheelchair kid as our fucking as the.
What are you talking about?
Western in our state, boys. Madison Cawthorn.
I don't know what the. I have
We've talked
no
about
idea
him here.
what
The
you're
guy, he's in the wheelchair.
You just keep saying that, and I'm like,
well, because
"Ooh."
we were talking about him for like 20 minutes, like the.
Y'all, I swear.
Enough to where you can just comfortably call him the wheelchair guy.
Well, everyone knows who I'm talking about. Is Western
Everyone
North
watches.
Carolina? I don't know if he's a senator or a congressman.
yeah, okay.
Yeah. We talk.
That sounds familiar.
He was the guy who
The
like,
wheelchair
went
thing's
to.
over my head.
Yeah,
He went to
I
like.
forgot that he was in a wheelchair. That's
Yeah,
what
no,
I
because
think about.
we talked about it because he lied about how he got there and shit. Remember?
Right.
Yeah. So it's gonna be awful in 4 years. That's what.
He's going to be president.
Yeah, he's gonna be running, dude. That's gonna
No
be
more
fucking-
stairs.
Did you see his signature? Bro, did you see his signature, dog?
Biden's?
No. That Madison Cawthorn, like went
I didn't.
viral on Twitter, dude.
Was that?
It was that's
With
the-
that?
Yeah.
I saw that.
When it looked like. I mean, my signature's terrible, but that should look like when you're learning how to do cursive. Like I'm not even making an attempt anymore. It's all a bunch of squiggly lines.
Well, that's what your signature should be.
You
And
get the first letter. Squiggle, squiggle,
Squeeze-
squiggle.
And his is like, all right, this is the M. Okay, this is the A. Like, just way too on it, man.
Yeah,
So.
I did see that trending. I thought it was Madison, and honestly thought it was a woman. Keeping it a buck. It was very girly handwriting.
Because he spoke at the whole insurrection thing. He spoke like at the little rally that happened like right before it when they had a couple people speak. He was like one of 3 people that showed up, and yeah. And
I always loved
he
it at
just still gets
shows
to
when you
be a
saw people in
congressman.
wheelchairs get like crowd surfed.
Yeah,
That was always cool.
Yeah.
That was dope, man.
It was dope. You
So-
always hope they're like strapped in somehow because it's not the most stable base with just like 8 different people.
I mean, that chair is expensive, so as long as they don't break the chair,
For real, that
You
chair
know.
is mad expensive.
everyone will be all right.
But on his way out, Donnie T
Motherfucker.
pardoned a couple people.
Yo, that motherfucker, he pardoned Wayne, he pardoned Kodak, he pardoned the whole fucking block, and then
For
got
real.
the chopper and bailed.
but no Bobby, dude. Did
Not
not.
stick around for the
It doesn't make any
inauguration.
sense. No, of course not. And he said that like weeks ago ahead. He wasn't going to fucking go.
I will not go to his inauguration.
Apparently left him a note.
I want to see the note.
I wanna
Well,
see the
that's
note
like a
so
thing.
bad.
To
Yeah.
leave like a letter for the next guy.
yeah,
Yeah.
but I want to
But-
see it because I think it's a post-it note. I think when they said
It was on
note,
the index card.
like he was writing on the index card. They're like, at least use like the White House station.
It was on the back of a recipe card for chocolate chip cookies.
Like it wasn't even supposed to know. He just taped it to the door. Of the
Dude, he
Oval
wrote it on the
Office.
back of his fucking
Didn't leave it on the
McDonald's
desk.
receipt. He was
You go Sleepy Joe.
yeah, for real, some real just
Dead ass. That's one of my favorite nicknames for Joe Biden.
Sleepy Joe.
Anytime,
Sleepy Joe?
like, despite what you think of him, anytime Trump said Sleepy Joe Biden, I'd laugh.
That shit is pretty
No,
funny.
he did the whole
I mean,
thing straight WWE,
Trump's
dude.
name association, like insults, were always top, dude.
Yeah.
Because it was always like Sleepy
'Cause he's a
Joe,
bully.
whoever was whoever. Yeah, he's a bully.
Yeah, it was all just straight up his WWE character. Like like straight up and down, dude. Like
He really is.
Oh, shit.
So,
I guess for me, it's all like still sinking in. Just like not just the fact that we have a new president as of today, but just like the whole past 4 years. You know what I mean? Like that I feel like is just sinking in.
Yeah, like I was fortunate enough to be able to kind of watch it live while it was happening, like, you know, while I was working on the side. Some motherfuckers, like, they can't always just, like, watch it.
Yeah, not
I
everyone
got
has
a
the
de-
internet.
I got a desk job, man. I put that shit up. And as I'm watching it, I'm just like, damn, like, he was really president.
You meant the inaugural. I thought you meant
Yeah.
like I was fortunate enough to watch like the last 4 years.
no,
I was
no,
like,
no,
well,
watched
I mean,
the
all of us
inauguration.
have kind of been here. Like,
And I was like, yeah, I had the same thought. Just like,
But me especially, I'm
that
very
was
fortunate
really
just to have
fucking weird.
existed. Yeah. So
And they kept cutting to Pence, which was just funny.
there
Like,
by
he wasn't-
himself.
Yeah, like, he wasn't a dick, but, like, he was just there, and it was by himself, and the shit was hilarious.
with his wife that he calls a mother. You know that?
Did he do
I
that?
believe it.
On God.
He
I
says
believe
like,
it.
Oh, like so his wife, she is mother, and like on some like straight up
I
like
guess because, like, she's the mother of the kids.
on some like Amish
Like,
like
that's her title.
matriarchy.
that's odd that he
patriarchy.
goes with, because like I feel like my parents would do that every now and again. Be like, hey, my mom would be like, hey dad, like take care of
No,
the,
no,
you know
like
what I'm saying?
like that's what I'm saying. Like this is her title. Like
She-
she is the mother.
She
Like
is
I'm
mother?
telling you, like yeah,
She
she's
calls
mother.
daddy.
Like nah,
Hey,
like
daddy?
he's Mike and she's
Big Daddy
mother. And
Pete?
like
She probably calls him son. You know what I'm saying?
it's
He's
like
no,
it's
you-
on that level.
He's like, no,
weird.
your mother.
Like when I was reading about this, I thought they were talking about his actual mom, and then I realized
Oh, you're like,
it was that
oh.
much like distinguishing between what her role and
man.
title is to that family. Like way creepy, bro.
Yeah, that really just made me uncomfortable. Like,
It should.
they
They were there together, just like upset at all the people
Now-
like, not being
now-
clothed enough.
Now, would you rather have dinner, have a night's dinner with the Pence family, like sitting at the head of the table, the whole thing, or be with Azalea Banks when she's digging up her dead cat, dude?
Pence. Yeah, I'll dinner with the Pence family. It's probably going to be a good home cooked meal. It'll be worth it.
And dig up dead cat with Azalea.
Might be awkward.
You don't think you could maybe talk Azalea Banks out of it?
Yeah, you don't think you could maybe stop that from happening?
You could probably smash.
I mean,
Yeah, everything
I
is,
didn't.
everything Azalea Banks points to letting Dylan
I mean, I figured
smash.
the stipulation was we just have to sit there and watch. If like, I mean, yeah, maybe I'll try to talk her out.
He goes,
of
maybe
it.
if I can smash.
You guys didn't put that in there, you know what I'm saying?
That's fucked up.
But
Yeah,
I
I'm picking
also,
the
I
Pence
also don't
dinner.
think I could talk her out of it. So yeah, dinner with the Pence family.
Oh,
for
it,
sure.
it just feels like, and I haven't even seen Get Out,
The
but it
Shining
feels like
Place.
dinner with the Pence family would be like a scene from Get Out. You know
That's
what I mean?
100% what it is.
Yeah,
Like they saw that movie. There's no way they saw that movie.
there's no way.
Do you think they watched that movie? Do you think Trump watched Get Out?
No,
You don't think he ever watched it?
I don't think. I don't think he watches movies. Like that's kind of like, you know what I'm saying. Like I don't think he takes in entertainment. Like
Right.
it's just it's like what, because they don't talk about Trump in Get Out. So like why would Trump ever go out? You know what I'm saying? Like
The only movie he
everything-
watches is Home Alone.
Yeah,
too.
he's just everything that fucking validates himself. That's all he
he
takes.
just watches
in,
Home
dude.
Alone 2 and The Apprentice.
That's it.
He's just the Apprentice on
That's
repeat, dude.
hilarious, bro. But yeah, on the way out, man, he pardoned Wayne. He pardoned fucking Kodak. A few other people.
Yep. No Bobby Shmurda.
No Bobby Schmurder, which I
fucked
think
up,
he's getting
dude.
out, but that's still
Bring Bobby home.
that's wild. If all the people you could have pardoned Bobby Schmurder. Say that 5 times fast.
For real.
Uh,
Speaking of rappers,
yeah.
Conway the Machine, top 0.1% listener in 2020, might be leaving Griselda. There's some tweets out there. Fans were asking him about the movie that came out that like is Griselda produced or whatever, and he wasn't in it. They're like, why aren't you in it? And he was like on some like, I don't exist, like I can't act, all this stuff. And then people are asking. There was this conversation going on: is Conway gonna leave Griselda? Is he already off Griselda? Like stuff like that. And he's responded to that. Was like, nah, I got one album left. So and then people were
Sound like
asking,
James Harden.
for real. And then some people are asking like, you know, like, is he ever going to work with, like, is this kind of the end of them, like their relationship on professional and personal level? And he just like responded with a gif of somebody looking mad, like over the top nervous, like sweating, looking side to side and stuff. So I don't know, man. It's kind of feels like it came out of nowhere.
Yeah, and we talked about it a little bit before, and it's not totally tied, but it just seems like any group that comes in or deals with the shady record people, Paul Rosenberg and them,
Yeah,
it just
seems
goes
to blow the fuck. I mean, groups in general are kind of so
That's
tough
true.
to.
That's true.
Like, I mean, you saw.
You get the locks.
Get the locks. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
I mean, G Unit's obviously had its struggles.
Yeah, a
You know?
lot. Like, I don't think 50 fucks with them at all anymore, does he?
I think he's cool with Bucks and Banks, but like they're obviously not a group.
Yeah.
I think the group absolutely fell apart, but I think he's in recent years he's made amends. I mean, remember the one time he fucking published that voicemail from Buck where he was crying because IRS was taking his money. Remember, dude? This is a while back. Yeah, Buck was left call of 50 crying, something about paying taxes. And 50 like aired the whole shit out. Put him on blast.
50, like
that's so 50.
That's so 50.
Yeah, that's why he's the
doesn't
best.
Give a fuck.
He gives zero
dude.
fucks. The biggest troll
for real. But I mean, even like fucking Wu-Tang was beefing, even
Yeah.
up till super recently with all those like
True.
singular albums.
There's
stuff.
a lot of motherfuckers in
Yeah,
Wu-Tang.
a lot. Same thing like Odd Future. There's really not a lot that's fucking
good point.
stuck around.
Yeah. I mean,
Flatbush,
any
you know
band.
what I'm saying? Flatbush
Shouts out
Zombies.
Flatbush. Yeah, they stuck
they
together.
kept it.
Kind of young, but
It's still kind of
relatively.
I mean, relative to like
compared to what
Wu-Tang.
we're talking about.
relative
Yeah.
to like also like their popular music versus how long they've probably been making music together.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
They've probably been together for a minute.
I mean, because they're what, like 4, including like the mixtapes that were pretty much albums, like 4 or 5 albums in, right?
Something like that.
It's pretty solidified.
Yeah.
Hopefully, at least no public beef.
I mean, a lot of bands do that too. It's
Yeah.
not just exclusive to rap groups. Bands
yeah.
break up all the fucking time.
It's a lot of fucking time to spend around like the same people, especially when you're on the road.
Money
too,
gets
like,
involved.
Yeah.
and shit.
Yeah, money gets
People
involved.
want to do their own thing.
Yeah, it's all super.
Shouts out
Lot
Joe
of-
Budden.
A lot of a lot of delicate relationships.
Very
out there.
delicate personalities.
Very, very delicate. But I hope they don't break up. I fuck with Griselda a lot. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
This one's interesting to me. NickMercs, shouts out NickMercs and the M Fam and all that. FaZe Clan. He's got a deal going with Barstool Sports
Yep.
for something with betting, right?
I think so. Like,
It's the only thing that would make sense to me.
yeah, I was saying in the recent, I know he got that deal with the NFL where him and Tim were streaming on the Thursday night games and stuff.
What a great way to just like extend your brand out there in
Oh, for
terms of
sure.
like something so simple, right? Like you're just
For
watching
sure.
football, but you are so popular and you can bet so much money
Mm-hmm.
that the league and the other networks will go, yeah, no, you can televise, internet, whatever stream. You
Yeah.
can stream yourself watching this game with the money you have on the line because we know it's going to make 12-year-olds want to bet.
Oh, for sure. For
You
sure.
just got to respect the hustle.
And it seems like they walked backwards into it, I think, because they started just streaming the games, and then like the chats were like,
Oh,
"Yo,
100%.
like, who are you betting money on this type stuff?" And they were like, "Oh, that'll make way more people tune in to see me lose
So let's not get
$1,000."
this twisted. They're posers, 100% posers in terms of just like they
the
bet.
betting. Oh yeah. I mean,
100%
maybe they do it a
posers.
little bit, but they're not on that level of like
I've
some of those
seen-
Barstool guys. that
I've
are-
watched some NickMercs like watching shit. He don't seem like he really knows anything about football. I'm gonna keep it a buck, man. He really seems like he's a football fan, but
yeah.
like casual.
Yeah.
Like I think the guy's athletic, works out, probably plays some football. He's really faking it. You can tell he's just like he's not in on his bets.
Yeah.
He just has the money to spend.
Yeah, he's like, I got $1,000 to maybe win $2,000.
But respect to,
Oh, yeah.
to the hustle.
But it makes perfect sense just merging, those two worlds for them. It's that Barstool has nothing in the gaming realm that I know of. I
They
don't
have
really
their
consume
own
their
thing.
content.
They have.
much,
I
but
mean, I'm not a big consumer of it either. I do know they have their own Barstool gaming brand.
But
I don't
there's
think
n-
it's very popular.
there's no way it's on NickMercs' level.
not
of
even
things,
close.
so
I mean,
that
all
makes
that's
no
just it.
sense.
You're gonna have fans of that brand watching other streamers of their own brands. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah,
And
yeah.
Any
I
way they
will
can bridge
say,
those gaps. That,
with the NFL
it's pretty
streaming
big.
thing, they don't. I don't. Have you ever watched one?
Yeah.
They don't let them have cams up during the commercials,
Right.
which kind of ruins the whole thing. Because I was like, when it first came out, I was like, I mean, I usually just watch the shit on my phone anyway. Like, having something going during the commercials wouldn't be the worst. Just him talking to chat or whatever. And then, nah.
I mean, but that's how they still keep their ad. You
No,
know?
yeah,
So you
no,
gotta-
it makes sense from the NFL's part. But I'm just like, bruh. You know what I'm saying?
But what a weird concept, right? Because then, like, imagine this. Imagine fucking what the NFL broadcast turns into in like 15 years is us on us watching national television, watching a guy watch it.
Yeah, 100%.
That's just what it
It's
is.
just gonna be a guy reacts to game 1 of NFL season. Metalhead reacts to game 1.
BCSN. Oh shit. Oh man. Dougie,
Dougie shot streak over 296 games, man.
what happened?
Rest in peace. You know what happened, right? He got a little. You know what I'm saying? The whole team got a bit of a cough going. Back in Detroit, where Jordan Stahl still is, because this. Yeah, so Jordan Stahl test positive. We play
Allegedly.
He goes into protocol.
Here we are, like, oh yeah, he's in COVID protocol. Hey, he's probably got some lower body injury. They just don't want to talk about it. He'll be back. And then next thing you know, fucking 5 other guys are in the same boat.
It's everybody. And then you're looking at Teravainen playing against Nashville. He got 2 shifts in the second on the power play and none in the third. And Brind'Amour was like, I think he tweaked something or something. I don't know. And just kind of in hindsight, you're like, nah, I mean, he probably was one of the ones who got it like the worst type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like it just hit his body in the worst way possible. But this goes back to like, I didn't even realize it, but the NHL.
They're like, Tabo, here's some smelling salts. He's like,
zero
reaction.
Zero reaction.
I can't smell them.
But the NHL comes back, does their season, but then they decide, I guess, they're not going to pay for rapid testing. So you have the situation where Jordan Stahl plays a full game in Detroit, has to stay there because a test he took prior to the game comes back positive. And by this time, I think by the time that test happens, we're already in Nashville. We might even be about to like be playing the game type of thing. And then it comes out about everything. So it's just like if you're gonna have this season, and I know they're losing a shit ton of money. The whole story came out like we're gonna be losing $1 billion this year, which I don't know how true those numbers are, but spend the extra money for that rapid testing. Like
I mean, I truly don't understand why it's just not given.
And like you were saying before this, the integrity of this season's already so much in question. Why add more on top of that by having like the Florida games get canceled. Now the front half of their season was Dallas. Those got canceled, same reasons. Now the games against us have been canceled, same reason. That's at least 4 games that are going to have to be made up somehow, some way.
Yeah. And
it's already a short season.
If we're looking at everything just on point percentage, which I know there's arguments to do that in a lot of ways anyway, but when teams are playing dramatically, potentially less games,
yeah,
it's chalked. I mean, and I was saying, like, this is why you just don't do it while there's a pandemic. To me, personally, it can't be worth it. We're talking about fucking, and people, shouts out the fucking medical fucking industry out there right now is doing its best to fucking fight this thing.
Yeah.
But these are people's lives. These are human beings who are catching a disease, a virus.
Yeah.
And we could just not let them catch it by not making them play sports together. But, here we are.
Yeah, here.
Get better, boys.
Yeah.
Get back on the ice.
For real. And like you're
Missing
saying,
games.
Points percentage, like that's probably what the end of the season is going to come down to.
Yeah.
I just imagine that there's going to be. This is only the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Like
Exactly.
the NFL was going through it.
And hopefully not, right? Hopefully this is where it
yeah.
stops. I'd love to see that, but it's so early.
Yeah, but what if
It's
you
happening
get
to
to
us.
if you get to the end and one team played 45 games to everybody else's like 56, and sure they have a higher points percentage, but that's really just because they went on a hot streak there in the middle of the season. They went 15-2 or whatever, and it's like,
Or the team that was, going hot around the same time had to fucking pause because 5 of their best players had to take protocol, and
yeah,
it just
you get to play the last you're like, man, we were hot at the same time. They just stopped playing games, and we had to keep playing games. We lost 3, and that put us like 2% lower than them.
sounds fair to me.
Yeah, it is. So like I'm happy to watch hockey just because I fucking love hockey, something to watch. But
I would be equally happy if, for the purpose of people not catching COVID, that they weren't playing. I'd be equally happy.
No, absolutely.
That's just me.
Absolutely.
But it's
And the league needs to do more. You know what I'm saying?
For real.
They test those guys, get the rapid testing.
get the rapid testing at a minimum.
It's crazy that someone like the guy in the World Series in the 7th inning, they're like, "Oh, we just got his test back. Get up, get off the field." And it's like, how do you let that guy go out there? Fucking,
It's just lazy.
yeah.
Lazy and putting profits above, people's safety. That's what it comes down to. But, I will say, though, I think it is quite interesting. Kane's Twitter has been just fucking dead silent on the whole thing. Maybe I'm just missing some of the tweets, but for a fan base that's very vocal about everything for or against the team, they have no opinion on the matter. I just find that very interesting.
Yeah.
It's almost like, did you not think this could happen? Did you?
I mean, everyone, it's, of course, like, just because we are, or I'm a Hurricanes fan, I'm a fucking Capitals fan, piece of shit.
Not a Hurricanes fan.
But, just, like, of course it would happen to us, but, like, this, like, it happened with Dallas. They had to sit out for a minute. It just happened before the season started, really, into the beginning of the season. And it's going to happen again, so it's just like, you know what I mean? Like,
no one should be, like, that's the thing, is not a single motherfucker should be surprised.
Yeah.
Do not be even a little surprised. You should be the opposite of surprised.
Yeah, it's
You
been
should
happening in
expect this.
every sport that's been playing. It's been happening.
'Cause
The
people
NFL just has 50 people on the active roster that you can pull from.
Clustering the divisions in little corners of the country was real nice. They're still traveling. They're
Yep.
still fucking.
They're still getting on different buses, getting on different planes,
Yep.
buying food from different people, getting
wearing
into different hotels.
different kinds of masks.
Yeah.
Some probably better than others. Wearing the mask sometimes over their face, sometimes below the nose. Just kind of hey, they're not really wearing it.
Tony D'Angelo's getting yelled at everywhere he goes. Like
That fucking guy.
that fucking guy.
How is he still in the league?
For real?
Just bad PR. Like,
For real.
Just bad press.
And I'm sure he's a good defenseman, but like, is he good enough?
He ain't
You know what I'm
that
saying?
good.
He's not Victor Hedman out here, where they're
No.
like, look, he's a piece of shit, but
French top four.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
But- Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Speaking of the Rangers, Brandon Lemieux blocking some shots.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to bring this up. What is going on with fucking hockey fandom being just against shot blocking?
I feel like people try to just at some level are trying to like outthink the sport. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Where it kind of gets
That's
like,
the best way I've heard it.
And
God, that pisses me off.
it's like sure, if you you don't block shots, you won't get hurt by blocking shots. You know, you don't drive a car, you won't get in a car
It's that
wreck.
same sort of bullshit internet logic that people use to argue every type of thing they try to argue, right? Like, just like you're saying, if you don't do this, of course, then this one thing could never happen.
Yeah.
That's such a fucking bottleneck of a
Yeah.
conversation. It's like, I don't know. I think the big stance they stand on is like, this is such like just the same thing with fighting. It's just like it has no real point other than to inflate some person's ego, maybe, or maybe fucking, showing off how tough you are for what purpose.
Yeah.
It's not changing the scoreboard type shit. I mean, blocking shots will.
Blocking shots will.
I don't know. It's just wild to me, and such a backwards way to look at the game when you're playing a sport that, and Dylan, you said it before we started, the job of the players on the ice is to put pucks in the net and keep pucks out.
Yep.
However that happens, it's up to those 6 guys on the ice for each squad.
Yeah.
Like, at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Like, it's such a fast game. It's one of the fastest games on 2 feet.
Absolutely.
Period.
Absolutely.
They're going to have millisecond time to make decisions.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to involve blocking a shot.
Definitely. And, in the Lemieux clip specifically, like, he's out at the point, blocking that shot at the point. We could get into, where does, like, the law of diminishing returns hit as far as screening your own goalie trying to block a shot versus actually going to be able to stop the shot, or if you're just going to deflect it.
You
and
could
knock
really make
shit.
that same argument for, like, when what angle coming on the wing do you shoot on the goalie? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
if you extend a little further past the dot on the right side, you're really cutting your angle off. But maybe, you taking it that far is drawing enough D so you can make the pass. Like, every decision has an implication, and you're just making fucking reaction decisions all the time.
Yeah.
It's just one of those.
And I think if you ask most hockey players, be like, hey, would you block a shot? They'd be like, I mean, yeah, like, you got to block shots. Like Patrick Kane's not blocking all those shots, but he brings so much to the other side that they're literally like, hey, don't block.
And to
that
the
shot.
argument, if someone's saying, "Oh, I'm gonna block shots. I'm not a pussy," then yeah, you can probably call them a fucking Neanderthal, sure. But like, I think the intent is still there. Just
it's something that someone brings to the table. You know what I'm saying? Like, a guy like Martinook, like, if you think that man's not saying, like, dude, I'll lay down in front of every shot if it meant that they weren't going to score a goal. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think we would all want that guy on our team.
absolutely. I think that, and obviously the Hurricanes love him, but it's,
And any player on any sport wants any teammate like that, regardless of the sport.
Yeah.
Someone who, you know, metaphorically speaking, lay on the grenade for you.
No,
You know,
absolutely.
that's what sports are about.
And I feel like if you looked at the number of times that blocking a shot actually ended up hurting the team versus how when it was
Well,
just
ask Sidney Crosby.
that's fair, huh? that's fair.
But you know, that's just it, right? There's low probability, and you know, you can talk about and you can better teach the game to more effectively block shots, like at the point and things like that, and not putting your face out in front of it and whatever. And maybe you improve equipment so blocking shots in certain areas is less likely to cause injury. But you can't change the instinctual fucking drive to not lose the fucking game.
Yeah.
And that's gonna mean blocking a shot.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Fucking give motherfuckers penalties if they block a shot next? What are you gonna, next
Get
thing
out
you
of the
say,
way.
well, there's no point in going into that corner for that puck. I mean, one of them's gonna come out with it. You can just cut him off when he comes out of the corner. Why would you go in there for the hit? That's just dangerous. Because you don't want him to get the puck.
Whoever gets to that quadrant of the ice first gets that corner puck. They pass it in, pass it back.
Was
and
this
start the
fucking
play
basketball?
up.
No full court press? The fuck? Yeah, it's just, I don't get it. What's up with it?
I think we made that.
That's about it. I think we did. Talk a lot of shit.
Talk a lot of shit, man.
Jacob,
What's up, dog?
where can they get us if they want to shoot pucks at us?
If you want to shoot pucks at the squad, hit us up at Talkin Sauce Pod, no underscore, respect the underscore. If you're watching, please listen. All the streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple, Google, all that shit. You can get me at JCobb, JAY_COBBB. Josh.
Give me a Teebs, TABZZ.
Dylan.
You can get me, read my plethora of tweets at DEDDY_EDDY_T.
On Twitter, baby.
How you gonna make that not as long as your Reddit name, but it seemingly is just as long as your
Because you have to say underscore twice.
underscore Spidey underscore.